Welcome to the Stepmom Side with Alicia, the podcast for stepmoms ready to create the life they want and one they actually have a say in. Here we talk all things stepmom life and just a little bit more. Leave the superficial conversations at the door and get ready for perspective shifts and actionable advice to help you on your way to creating the life you want, one step at a time.
Welcome back to the Stepmom Side podcast, where we speak the truth, say that quiet part out loud, and help you feel way less alone in the chaos of stepfamily life. I'm your host, Alicia, stepmom coach, podcast talker, talk, and the first person to tell you you're not that special. And my sweet friend, I mean that with so much love. Okay, deep breath. We're diving into a little tough love today, so buckle up. If you've ever thought, I didn't sign up for this, I must be the only one who feels this way, or why does everyone else seem to have this stepmom thing figured out but me? This episode is your permission slip to exhale. Because, listen, you're not that special. You're not the only one feeling this way. You're not alone. And that, my friend, is incredibly good news. So let's start with this. Stepmom life is full of mind games, not just with your stepkids or the ex or your partner or extended family or dynamics. I mean, the ones in your own head. There's this lie a lot of stepmoms tell themselves. Everyone else is handling this better. It must be me who's drowning. Nah, it's not just you. I used to sit in my car, parked in our own driveway, psyching myself up to go inside to a house that felt like a museum of my husband's past life. The throw pillows, the photos, even the paint color, all of it just screamed, to me, you don't belong here. And I truly believed I was the only one feeling that way. Only one meaning the only stepmom, because I'm sure my husband and stepkids didn't feel that way, but I felt that way. Like something was wrong with me until I got help, outside help, until I found support, and boom, like it turns out there's a name for it, outsider syndrome. And it's not just me. It's not just you. It's a thing. So let's break this down. Stepmoms say things like, I feel like an outsider. I hate that I don't have control over my life, but my partner's ex does. I'm ashamed that I'm actually struggling so much. I just can't figure this out. But here's the deal. You're trying to thrive in a system that wasn't built for you to feel safe in, supported, or even seen. And then you're being told to smile through it, suck it up, and just blend in. Like, it's no big deal. But spoiler alert, blending in is not the goal. Belonging is. I'm going to say that again for you. Blending in, like just fitting in with the family, is not the goal. Belonging to the family is. And that starts with recognizing this truth. You're not the only one who feels this way. One of the new members inside the Stepmom Side community said something like this. It's great being here and seeing that other stepmoms feel the same way I do. The validation is wonderful. That's what happens when we stop isolating and start sharing. When we realize, oh, I'm not crazy. I'm just in a really complicated role, and others are too. So let's call out a few repeat offenders, shall we? Things that you think or feel, and actually things you think that aren't true. The mom hates me or the ex hates me. Here's the correction for that. She would hate anyone in your position. It's not you, it's the role. I tell people this in coaching all the time. You and I could switch positions and I would be treated the exact same way. It's got nothing to do with you. Another one, I'm never going to be good enough or enough because we don't have kids together. Here's a little truth bomb for you. Your value isn't tied to biology. However, having said that, I know exactly how you feel because I felt like that too. Extended family will always like her more. Okay, maybe they've known her longer. That doesn't mean that they love you less. And here's something just to note. You don't have to compete to matter. You don't have to compete. It's not a competition. It's not like you need to like me more or love her more. It's not a competition. It's not a competition. But these thoughts feel so personal. but they're actually universal. They're just louder when you're going through the hard stuff alone. But the beauty of realizing that you're not that special, you stop carrying the weight like it's your fault. You stop hiding in shame and start looking for support. You stop saying, I should have this figured out by now. How many times have you thought that? And start saying, maybe I just need help figuring it out. Do you want a shortcut to feeling better? Get in a room with other stepmoms. You'll realize you're not broken, you're not failing, you're just human. And yes, we talk about the messy stuff, the resentment, the comparison, the wanting to move out just because it's chaotic, or maybe you just want to move out for one weekend of quiet. So if you're sitting here thinking, why can't we just live our life without having to run it through another house? Girl, same. You're not that special, but you are seen, you are supported, and you do belong. So the next time that voice creeps in, the one that says, it's just me, I'm the only one that's struggling, no one else is, I want you to respond with, actually, it's not. It's not true. And if you're ready to be surrounded by other women who get it, women who don't flinch when you say, I Googled how to get divorced 6 times last week, come join us inside the Stepmom Side community. We laugh, we vent, we heal, and most importantly, we stop doing this alone. Come join us at aliciacrasco.com/community. I will link it in the show notes. But one more thing. If this episode made you feel seen, do me a favor, screenshot it, share it on Instagram, and tag me. Let's keep reminding each other that not being special might just be the most comforting truth of all. And I will chat with you next week.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this week's episode. If anything was helpful or resonated with you, please share it on social media and tag me. I'm just at Alicia Crasco. And if you could leave a 5-star rating and a review while you're at it, that would also be really helpful. And if you find yourself struggling with your stepmom journey and you want a little bit more support without the hefty price tag of coaching, you might want to check out the Stepmom Side community, which is my own private community for stepmoms, where you get to connect with other stepmoms around the world and myself, where I hold weekly office hours and monthly group coaching. It's kind of like you have your own personal coach in your own back pocket. Again, without that hefty price tag. See you next week.